It's Nolan.
Out it was a church girl, straight up out the neighborhood. Goody two shoes, taught to fight for the greater good. Daddy was a preacher man, never spared a ride. You talking church and stable, homie, always on the job. Older brothers got the day in their early teens. She could just sit back and dream, couldn't wear the tighter jeans. Only wanted simple things, had to play the music low. Mama couldn't save her. Little did she know she was a victim, not an angel. Her body forming, she's suppressing the growth. Wearing shorts when her uncle comes, she gotta put on more clothes. Them good grades ain't enough to be trusted. Smart girl in a complex world where the evil's abundant. Couldn't wait to hit college. Now she kicking it with them thug niggas, drug dealers. Introducing her to the plug business. Hitting the parties in them towns that you don't go. Spring break, baby, got it bouncing like a pogo. Pops trying to call her phone. She too busy getting flown. Dropping out of class, never home. She been in the zone. She trying to find herself and explore. But the dropping it to the floor got her hunger for more. She was raised in a home of restriction with no description. Act right, or you face jurisdiction. Father submission, niggas live it too. But that's a whole nother tale. You can't cry, they gon' think that you frail. You gotta live with them L's. They don't know how that shit can affect your psyche. It's a thin line between slave code and working for Nike. It's an even thinner line when we talking liberation. The world quick to judge, no kind of consideration for them church girls coming out of they shell. Probably need a day to John, but she fuck with a trail. Got a taste of the fast life and think it's street in the well. And I'm just hoping she could love on herself. Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Today, we're going to be leaning further into entertainment and commentary, as this isn't going to have anything to do with music. We're going to be talking about Tyler Perry's new film on Prime Video, Divorce in the Black. Okay, I wanted to open the show with my Beyonce Church Girl freestyle because it actually ties into what we're talking about today. Because in this film, Divorce in the Black, if you haven't seen it, there's definitely going to be some spoilers. It may, this is your opportunity to leave, or if you want to tune in and you know, see what my assessment of the film is before you actually go watch it or whatever. Everybody else, I'm assuming that you've already seen it. But in the film, Megan Good plays Ava, which is basically a preacher's daughter. You know what I'm saying? And her high school sweetheart, I guess, the nigga she went to prom with, she been with him since 17. They've been married 20 years. The nigga crazy, but it's the only man she's ever been with. You get what I'm saying? And I mean that in multiple ways, because they're insinuating in the film she ain't had no other boyfriend and she ain't never had no meat in her potatoes. You know what I'm saying? The best way I could put it. So I wanted to open up the show with the freestyle Church Girl over the Beyonce beat because, you know, she did the Church Girl joint on Renaissance. And, you know, y'all got what y'all got out of that freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just detailed some stuff that I seen growing up in the midst of young ladies, young women. And a couple of them I knew definitely were PKs. So that's that. Now, getting into Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black. The first thing I want to say, Mr. Tyler Perry, are you going to pay for some people's Prime subscription this month, sir? Some people would like to get their money, like to get their motherfucking money back, man. Some people would like a motherfucking refund, even though we did not pay for this movie we didn't pay for this movie, you know, as a standalone thing. Some of us, you know, just happened to watch it out of curiosity, seeing some other people on social media talking about it. There's a lot of people out here, including myself, that would like some sort of retribution for the 2 hours we invested into your project, sir. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know up front, no mystery, no none of that. The film is terrible. It's horrible. It's egregious. The words I use on this channel quite often is all of the above. Okay? It's an embarrassment to the film industry, if I must say so myself, and that's with all due respect, Mr. Perry. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of your success. Salute to all your partnerships. Salute to all of the studios and everybody that's working with you. Salute to you building your own studios. All of that shit is amazing. It's great. But the productions that you're coming out with are just not living up to actual film standards, okay? And we just got to keep it a buck. So, number one, you start the movie off. The movie starts with chaos. I mean, number one, it's 2 hours. This is supposed to be a drama thriller, as they call it. As a matter of fact, before I get into the actual intro of the movie, let's just read what this is supposed to be. Okay? So I'm on Tyler Perry's website. They say Tyler Perry announces second film for Amazon, Divorce in the Black. Fresh from announcing his first film with Amazon, Black, White, and Blue, which I'd never actually seen, Tyler Perry has shared his next project as part of their 4-movie deal. A drama called Divorce in the Black, written by Perry, who will also direct and produce. This is where you be fucking up. You don't be wanting to pay other people to do these jobs, and we get these half-assed films. The film is set to star Meagan Good, Corey Hardick, Joseph Lee Anderson, Taylor Polidor, Shannon Wallace, Richard Lawson, and Debbie Morgan. In addition to Perry, producers include Tyler Perry Studios, Angie Bones, and Willa Rue, as well as Diane Ashford. And, you know, I think you need a little bit more advisory in your board. Okay? Divorce in the Black tells the story of Ava, a young bank professional who is devastated when her husband Dallas abandons a marriage she is determined to fight for. However, fate intervenes, revealing Dallas' wicked deeds that have trashed their marriage and once upon a time sabotaged Ava's destiny to be loved by her true soulmate. This is what was written by the Tyler Perry Studios team in description of the movie. Okay, now let's get into the specifics here. Again, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you don't want to get spoiled, put the milk up, okay? You can come back. We open up the film in chaos. We're at a motherfucking funeral, okay? Now, clearly, Corey Hardick is playing Ava's husband, and basically, one of his brothers is dead, okay? They're mourning, the nigga gone, okay? So, in the midst of all this happening, Ava, aka Meagan Good, her dad starts going into a whole spiel about gun violence in the community, violence, and basically, in so many words, he starts pointing out the fact that we should be mourning this young man, but we should be also mourning the fact that this nigga ain't shit, that he was a terror to the community, and we need to do a better job of raising our children so they don't end up as fucked up as this nigga was. And basically, in so many words, saying, we got no remorse for this nigga death, but since I'm the preacher and I'm paid and it's my job to be here, we're going to try to get through this today. Now, in the midst of this happening, we've got, what's the nigga name? Dallas. Dallas is Meagan Good's husband. His mama jumps out and she takes exception to what the preacher is saying, right? She don't like the fact that he's basically blaming her child for being a bitch ass, fuck ass nigga in the community and coming from a terrible family where he received no guidance, no help, no nothing, no figure of positive enforcement in his life. So she's taking offense. At a certain point, it gets to the point where we understand that this is actually Dallas's mama, right? Because we didn't know that off the bat. We knew that we were mourning the death of somebody. We knew that this nigga ain't shit. And clearly we knew that this mother was taking offense. She starts going back and forth with the preacher. They going at it. She starts removing her fucking clothing like she finna strip down to her drawers or something and fight or start rolling on the floor in the church. That was a terrible sign right there. Like, what the fuck are we doing? She started removing clothing. I said, Medea's finna pop out at any moment. God damn. Can we get anything from this nigga that doesn't resemble that shit? Good God. So they're going back and forth. Then her other sons want to start trying to defend her. She gets mad. Meagan Good and her mama start trying to interject. This nigga mama go, fuck y'all, I don't need y'all shit, I don't need y'all goddamn hand-me-down ass clothes. So we find out the clothes on her back ain't even hers. Goodness gracious. You ain't even had your own Sunday best, and you up in here raising Cain. Woo. You can't even raise your kids, but you're raising Cain. Oh my God. So we get that, and then she say, you know what? Everybody here with me? Get my son out of here. So she demands her family to physically remove her dead son from the funeral. Niggas start trying to grab the casket and shit. She said, no, fuck the casket, cause y'all motherfuckers gonna try to hold that over me too. Y'all look down on us. So clearly they come from a very disparaged background. They're not all that privileged. They live in extreme poverty. Okay. And this is the dynamic between the two families, which we discover is that Meagan Good comes from I wouldn't say well-to-do family, but they worked hard. They're a hard-working middle-class family. Father's a preacher, ex-Marine that we discover at some point in the story. And he comes from the other side of the tracks. He comes from a broken home family. Everything's fucked up. They don't get along. And clearly, his family holds some sort of grudge with Ava and her family, basically trying to make it seem like you're trying to abduct our son, or our, the brothers are like, you're trying to take our brother from us and trying to convert him into some goody two shoes when he just like us. They don't want to grow. They don't want to be better. And there's a power struggle over what this nigga should be doing with his life. And he don't even got the wherewithal to make a sound decision for himself, right? So she gets these niggas to literally pull his body out of a casket and load it into the fucking bed of a pickup truck in what looked like 95 the fucking degree weather. Clearly this shit ain't real, but I know that body was stinking. What my nigga Waka Flocka say? I go hard in the motherfucking paint. Leave stinking. What the fuck you thinking? That nigga definitely had to be stinking it a bit in that 90-something degree weather in the back of that motherfucking pickup truck. Trauma. You know what I'm saying? And this is all first scene, all first verse, all first scene. So then we discover, in the midst of all of this, they leave. They going to take him God knows where. So now we see Miss Ava, a.k.a. Meagan Good, and she's having a conversation with her parents. And we now understand that they've never approved of this unsanctimonious union. You know what I'm saying? They never wanted her to marry this nigga. They want her to divorce this nigga. They want her away from these people, which totally understood. So the parents invite her home, or invite her out for dinner that night. She forgoes going out to dinner with her own parents to go try to find out what's going on with this nigga and his family. She pulls up to see what's going on, and they are literally digging a motherfucking hole. They're playing in the dirt again, like seeing a long lost friend. Digging a fucking ditch in the ground to bury they brethren. They didn't take them to a cemetery. We talking about in the front yard of their trailer home. How the fuck? Mind you, it's about 5 of these motherfuckers, mama, 4 brothers. All these motherfuckers look like they 30 plus. Still all living together in one trailer home. How, Sway? Y'all niggas ain't got no jobs? Y'all niggas don't none of y'all sell dope on the side? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody sell powder donuts. If you hear from earlier, you know what I'm talking about with the powder donuts. Like, don't nobody got no hustle. Don't none of y'all niggas in this country ass town shine shoes or nothing, man. What the fuck? How all 5 of y'all living in one trailer home and everybody 30, 40 plus? What are we doing here? So that's what's going on. She pull up. Now remember, they don't fuck with her or her family. So as soon as she pull up, she's greeted with contempt. Her husband is even mad at her ass, talking about it's her fault. Her fault? It ain't her fault that this nigga dead. It ain't her fault that y'all niggas got a reputation for being some fucked up ass individuals. Damn sure ain't her fault that the funeral turned out that way, you know what I'm saying? But of course, it's the beginning of the film. The exposition, if you will. So he's feeling some type of way because he felt like his side of his family was being judged. Right? So he kindly asked her to get the fuck up out of his vehicle. They supposed to be together. He tell her, get the fuck up out my shit before I drag your ass up out of here. And you know I do it. And you know I do it. Does that mean you done did it before? Well, my nigga Wayne, like he did it before. I did it before. And if he didn't have no, she acting like she had never had did it before. What the fuck? What you mean you know I do it? But that should have been the end of the movie. Like, bruh, this nigga Tyler Perry, man, you talk about trauma prawn. He is the West Coast Productions of trauma prawn, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, cool. Oh dear Lordy. Like, and she really literally had to get the fuck about this nigga truck. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, Ava surely is going back home to her family, right? She declined the dinner with her parents. She went to go see what the fuck her husband got going on. This nigga said, get the fuck up out of here and get out my shit now. They show her pulling up somewhere. I say, okay, maybe she actually decided to pull up to dinner with her family. She done pulled up to a motherfucking bar where this bitch ass husband of hers is hanging out with his scallywag ass brothers. Why would you go trying to look for this nigga after he done kicked you out his shit, didn't give a fuck about where you went for the rest of the evening or nothing? What are we doing? She walks in the bar once again. Guess what? She's met with contempt. Don't nobody like her, not even her husband. They tell her, get up out of here. One of the brothers has half a fucking dime size of sense in his head. He says, I'll send him out to you. You go wait in the car. I'll get him out there to you. Fair. As she's going outside, she happens to run into a nigga that clearly got interest in her. You know what I'm saying? It's later revealed in the movie that there was some real feelings there once upon a time. And I guess he just never got the shot that he was supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? But she runs into him. She hugs him quick and start looking back and shit. Look over your shoulder, honey. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he like, what the hell you doing out here? She like, oh no, I'm not hanging out. I just came to come retrieve my bitch ass husband. Husband and brothers come out. They see her having a conversation with this nigga. They say, what's up, nigga? What up, Benji? We got to put your ass back in the hospital, my nigga. Is it really like that, my nigga? coming up to speed if you like that. He like, nah, fam, it's all good. I don't he Jackie Chan with it. I don't want any trouble. You know what I mean? But clearly they saying we got to put your ass back in the hospital. So they done some despicable things to this young man at one point or another. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a little bit more current, but it comes out that later that they jumped his ass back when they was all in school and put his ass in the hospital. So, like, it's just bullshit after, you know what I mean? Like, I won't even say bullshit, but it's just like traumatic event after traumatic event, drama after drama. So they called this film a drama thriller. I don't know where the thriller came into play. There was plenty of drama, but I wasn't thrilled at all. I wasn't thrilled in terms of, I didn't feel any chills of like, oh my God, because in a thriller it'll have like elements of horror where a nigga just pop up on your ass, and we know music. We know movie categories. I didn't feel thrilled in none of those ways. I also didn't feel thrilled that I was sitting there watching it, but at a certain point, I turned on my entire willful suspension of disbelief to be like, you know what? This is entertainment. This is Tyler Perry. Why am I expecting anything sensible or logical? Let's just go for entertainment. Okay? Cool. I'm not going to go scene by scene, shot by shot. But I just wanted to lay out the foundation of the film. And this is all of the foundation you get, is people alluding to some old shit that you never actually get a real flashback of seeing. We don't see no flashbacks of them jumping his ass. We don't see no flashbacks of like niggas terrorizing the community to know just how deeply entrenched these niggas are or how much in fear the community is of this particular family. I think all of these things could have definitely stood. I mean, if you're going to make a 2-hour film, you would think it would have detail. But basically, all of the details are left up to your imagination, and it's a pretty easy deduction. You know what I'm saying? So it's not to say like, oh my God, this is some abstract shit you're not going to understand. But it still remains that the viewer has to do the heavy lifting in terms of like, what is this storyline telling us? So from there, this nigga drunk as shit try to jump in this lady car. The same, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, get in your truck if you want to drive. But he decides he wants to jump in the driver's seat of her shit while he drunk. Once again, the brother with half a dime of sense comes in and says, hey, bruh, she gonna drive. You need to calm your ass down. Get your shit together. You would think, okay, cool. No, this nigga decided to get mad and try to fight his own brother and gets his ass whooped in front of everybody and calmly sat in the passenger seat for the ride home. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone that's seen this film, where the fuck are they? Right? Now, we know that Ava and Dallas, their home base is in Atlanta. Right? And we know that wherever they're at in this particular setting is an hour and a half away from Atlanta. I don't know if these niggas are in the state of Georgia still, or if these motherfuckers is on the border of Alabama. We don't know if they on the border of Tennessee. We don't know shit. We just know they an hour and a half from Atlanta. These motherfuckers could be in goddamn Athens. These niggas could be in goddamn not Greenville. I won't say that, but that's a little far. But you know what I'm saying? But they could be anywhere. You could be halfway to North Carolina. It's like, where the fuck is this hour and a half location at? I don't know. Y'all tell me. If they said it in the film, I missed it. But every time they made reference to this place, it's like, I'm on my way. I'm an hour and 15 out. What the? Oh yeah, I would love to move. Yeah, I do miss home. But Atlanta. And it's like, okay, but where the fuck are you now? Didn't do a good job of explaining that because I clearly missed it and I was actually paying attention. What the hell? And that ends up being like a really important part of the film because niggas is going back and forth from hometown to Atlanta damn near every other scene for some shit, some crazy shit. So you would think this other city they're in would have a bigger presence in terms of us understanding where the hell they come from. Stupidity. Nonetheless, they get their ass home. She goes to work. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Let me try to get my motherfucking bearings together. Now I'm trying to remember this film. So I think at this point they show Ava going to work with her best friend. They both work at the bank and shit, right? So they having this talk about everything that's going on. Her best friend is fucking livid about the situation. Like, why are you still with this nigga? You need to leave his ass. The family crazy. His ass crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot. I got to go back a little bit. They get home. She's asleep. This nigga in the bathroom, goddamn, just sitting by the toilet. I'm guessing he's throwing up, but they don't show him throwing up. He's just having an episode near the toilet. Crying and shit. And it gets brought up that he allegedly killed his father when he was a kid. Right? And this is one of a couple times that this incident comes up, but it never gets explored in the actual film. It's mentioned twice, but again, we don't get no flashback. We don't get no further context on like how he killed his daddy. Did he shoot him? Did he beat his ass with a bat? Did he, you know what I'm saying? Did he stab him? Did he pull a Michael Myers on his ass? Did he chainsaw massacre him? Like, what happened? They allude to the fact that he witnessed a lot of DV between his mother and father, but we really don't know the extent of his trauma. We don't really know the extent of what he witnessed in his life, what made him this weird, sicko, sociopathic ass nigga. We just here for the vibes and gotta put the storyline together ourselves. She offers to get him help. This nigga says, I don't need no help. He was sitting here talking about I'm a fucked up individual and all this shit. But then when she say we could get you some help, he say, I don't need no help. But you sitting here saying you ain't shit. Like, what is going on? So we go from there. Then we get to the ride to work. Best friend saying, girl, you better leave this nigga, get the fuck on. Can't believe you let this nigga take the, you know what I'm saying? Take your good years, all this good shit. She ain't ready to hear it yet. They go through their work day. She come home, I guess her best friend and the best friend's husband, I guess they're all chummy, right? So there's a text of, I guess, couple date, double date, couple date, right? He's sitting at the table, still drinking, still getting fucked up from the weekend. He's like, hey, did you got the text about dinner tonight? She like, yeah, I got it. I just need to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? Give me 45 minutes, I'll be good. He say, what the fuck? What you mean you gotta get ready? She say, hey, I've been working all day. Like, I just need a little time to freshen up, shower, get the funk off myself. This nigga said, what the fuck? You work at the bank. You don't be doing shit but sitting on your ass all day anyhow. Well, excuse me, sir, but we ain't see your ass drive to work. We ain't see your ass catch a cab. We ain't see your ass get on the MARTA. We ain't see your ass clock in, clock out. We don't know what you do, sir, but you trying to say what she do? What part of the game is that? What part of the script was that written in? What the hell? Do you pay any bills around this motherfucker? Do you clean pots of pans? Because all we see you doing is drinking and getting fucked up. Could have been the end of the movie there. Oh, man. I'm gonna try my best not to keep going from scene to scene. But this shit is just beyond me. It's just like infraction after infraction of every reason not to fuck with a nigga. Like, and ladies out there, I know we all make mistakes. Don't let your past be your future, and don't be ashamed of your past. But if you get confronted with a nigga like this in your days to come, see the red flags, acknowledge them red flags, and go the other way. What my nigga Big Pun said, go that way. Okay? Don't try to save these motherfuckers. Don't be trying to capture. Don't be Ash Ketchum. Gotta catch them all. Trying to save motherfuckers, man. Leave them alone. Ditch them. Ditch them. Disrespectful ass nigga talking about you don't do shit but sit on your ass all day at that fucking bank anyhow. Ain't like you doing no hard labor. Bring your ass. So she goes up. She said, I just need 45 minutes. I'll be right back down. She brought her ass down within 30. And he left her ass at the house. Left her at the house to go meet their mutual friends for dinner. How you do that and leave your wife at the crib? Oh my God. They show him come to the goddamn restaurant. This nigga ready to get lit immediately, ordering drinks. Trying to get fucked up and get drunk some more. And a nigga disrespectful to her girlfriend. This nigga cool with the friend husband, but disrespectful to her friend. And the other nigga don't do shit. He just be like, Dallas. Nigga, you should be goddamn knocking his ass to Dallas from Atlanta. Nigga, come up, speak to the husband, don't speak to the wife. I ain't talking to you. What? Where they do that at? What self-respecting man gonna let a nigga talk to his lady like that and no shit happen? Dallas. The fuck? Excuse me. So then Ava, making good for those that ain't keeping up, she eventually shows up a little late. They going through this whole spiel. This nigga start wilding. You know what I mean? They having a little bit of a disagreement, trying to get their footing together with this double couple date. She like, let's just have a good night, guys. Let's not worry about it. I'm not tripping. I'm good. I'm blah, 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 blah. She trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to make something that ain't there happen. This nigga talking about something. It's been a long time since we had a good night. What? This nigga disrespectful. Man, I'm trying to tell you. So then he like, I'm always the problem. Everything is Dennis this, Dennis that. Don't do this. Don't do that. So then everybody's looking at him. They kind of condemning him a little bit. This nigga say, you know what? I can't do this shit no longer. I want a divorce. At the motherfucking dinner table. When you the one that been fucking up the whole time. I want a divorce. I already done had my lawyers look at it. The shit is good. All you got to do is sign it, and you better sign it. You could keep the house because your parents helped us with the down payment. I don't want to pay. I ain't paying your ass shit. Alimony, nothing. Sign the paperwork. Whoa. That ain't how that go, partner. The hell we doing here? It's just disrespect after disrespect, man. And we'll be sitting here 2 hours if I really recount everything that goes on in this fucking movie. Right? But that happens. Cool. Ask for a divorce. Cool. Niggas go about their business and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? Her and her friend are having a conversation. her best friend leaves her a note or whatever, basically giving her details on all of the fuck shit that this nigga Dallas has put her through or done to her in the duration of their relationship from beginning to end, right? She leaves, whatever. Ava grabs the letter, all this shit. She ends up going back home to her parents, right? So this is where, we have the breakdown, right? She's been keeping it up. She's been keeping up the facade for 20 years that she's happy, trying to make this marriage work. She's been putting all her happiness to the side. She's giving them the good years of her life, the best years, the best looking years of her life, all that good shit. So now she's broken down. She goes back home to the family. Right? And again, this nigga divorced her, not the other way around. So she goes back home to town. Parents are helping her rebuild herself, regain her strength. We're not going to go through the entirety of that because it's, it's significant, but we just ain't got all this time, right? So basically, the first thing that her parents do is try to line her up with this Benji nigga, the same Benji nigga from the beginning of the movie that them niggas whooped his ass or put his ass in the hospital or whatever the fuck they was talking about. They start trying to bring this nigga into the fold. What the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Namely, her father. He like, oh, I'm about to go. Yeah, we about to go to the spot up here, to the store. Come with me. This nigga done arranged for the Benji nigga to be up at the store when they get there. So they have a little side conversation, and she's clearly not interested. She's coming off the heels of a very freshly stab wound of divorce. It ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it ain't even really been a day. You feel me? And dad trying to set her up. The Benji nigga coming on a little strong. But it ain't happening. She not interested. The pop's trying to interject and trying to make it happen. It don't happen, right? Cool. Next thing you know, they go to the church for the next sermon. Pops decides he wants to goddamn use her situation as the subject matter of the church, talking about having the strength to move on and God is going to close a chapter and all of this stuff. And you got to move on to the next level and all this stuff, which is good information. You know what I mean? But she's feeling some type of way because she's mourning her marriage. She's feeling down in the dumps. She's already, at that point, she's already goddamn putting herself out of her misery for the decision she's made. But then she has to be bombarded with this shit in church, right? Service ends. Mama selling cake. The Benji nigga daughter is selling cake. Benji comes up. He want to talk. At this point, she like, man, I don't know how much you talking to my family or my parents, but it's not finna happen, my nigga. Like all this shit whatever y'all got going on, I'm not in on it. Okay? I'm good. Cool. So, but you see that they're trying to set this up. Like, okay, the nigga that done had a crush on her whole life finally sees an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And he's basically saying, I understand. I've been through it. I've divorced myself, had to divorce my wife. I've sat in the seat where you sat, and you're going to find yourself in a hard situation where you're going to be you could be drinking yourself into oblivion, listening to whatever the fuck song he said. So it's all good, but if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here. I'll even bring the whiskey. You know what I mean? She ain't really feeling it. But she's still filling herself out, getting back to herself. We discover that she enjoys running, that she used to be an athlete and all of this type of stuff. So, yeah, we get to a point where her dad starts playing her old home videos of her life, right? Key moments in her life. School achievements, track achievements, prom, all this shit, right? And then from the moment of All of this good shit. You know what I mean? Showing her that we raised you in joy. We raised you in a household of love. And you had a spirit about you. You had magnetism and a fire. And from the moment you got with this nigga, he dissipated your fire, right? You turned into some whole other person. And he showed her, you know, the key moments in their life in the marriage. And she's always unhappy. He's always having an outburst. Even at their wedding, this nigga mama jumped out and said, "Why are you marrying this hoe?" and slapped the goddamn bouquet out her hand. That should have been a signal right there. You could have this motherfucker. I go get me someone else that's going to appreciate me with a loving family to marry into. Fuck you. Fuck your mom. Fuck your mom. Fuck your pa. I'm about to take it back to Arkansas. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Fuck y'all. What? Are you crazy? You gonna show your ass at my wedding and think your ass ain't leaving in that casket? Your son should have stayed in. You crazy. So, yeah. And they basically go into, you know, you got to get back to yourself. You got to build yourself up. This is your opportunity. You got to get back to yourself. You got to find yourself again. So she ends up going to the fair with her parents or whatever. And she runs back into Benji and she sees that he's, she sees he's a good father, right? Taking care of his daughter, da-da-da-da-da. She decides to give him an opportunity, a conversation at the bare minimum. They go off, they get drunk in the bed of his truck. And, you know, at that point, she's feeling some type of way. She getting whiskey and frisky. He said, "Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it." You know what I mean? As much as I would love to, this ain't the right time. This ain't the right way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? I've wanted this for a long time, but it got to be under the right circumstances. I'm not finna get you drunk and Splackavelli. You know what I mean? So they end the night or whatever. He gets her back home, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But this opens the door to them rekindling, picking up where they left off from teenage years, right? And this Benji guy ends up being the protector that she never knew she needed. So we're gonna skip past some things in the story, but basically, she eventually goes back home. She gets herself together. She's like, "Okay, I'm ready to go back home, get back to work, blah, blah, blah." First day back at work, the fucking husband. So now all of this stuff with her meeting the old boy at the fair, apparently her husband's family is spying on her. They taking pictures. They sending him photos of her hanging with this nigga, blah, blah, blah. So now, even though he asked for the divorce, he was supposedly so unhappy with her. Now he's feeling some type of way. Not only that she's finding, you know, solace within another man, but also within the same man that he's always been insecure about. So that's a problem. So she gets back to work, and the first day she's back at work, this nigga show up at her job and shows his ass once again. Talking about some bitch, you better sign them motherfucking divorce papers. He going at it with her best friend at work, talking about some bitch, you want to lose your job too? She said, "I don't give a fuck about this goddamn job. You better get your ass the fuck up out of here, nigga." Shout out to the best friend. Everyone needs a real rider when you're not willing to ride for yourself. At this point, Ava's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna sign the divorce papers. I just want to rid my life out of this nigga." And now we get to the actual title of the film. I just want to leave everything in the black. Divorce in the black. I don't want to be in the red anywhere, financially, emotionally, nowhere. I don't want to leave nothing to where I'm depleted. I just want to leave it. Okay? So, at this point, they show up to the divorce arbitration or whatever you call it. She ready to sign off. The opposing lawyers like, you really need legal counsel to go over this thing. Like, she like, fuck that. Where do I sign? She signs the papers. Boom, 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 boom. Gets the fuck out of Dodge. This nigga Dallas is still angry. Gets exactly what he asked for, but now that she was so eager to sign off on the divorce, he's feeling some type of way about that. Oh, you couldn't wait to goddamn divorce me just so you could go hop on Benji's nuts. Nah, I ain't having that. Fuck that. Ain't no way. Right? So, oh man. So now we've got a situation here where the divorce is finalized. Her friend sets up a fucking party. Right? Sets up a party. They invite Benji. They invite Scrippers. They invite motherfuckers, them cake makers, the whole nine. With her best friend's husband in the fucking vicinity, and he's still friends with the Dallas nigga. This shit was weird to me. So they having a good ass time. Her best friend done gave her, she said 5 milliliter, whatever the fuck, 5 milligrams of something. I don't know if she gave her ass a edible. I don't know if she gave her ass a perk 30 or what, you know what I'm saying? But whatever it was, she was definitely hopping on the good foot, all James Brown. Having a great time. Midst of the party, niggas get put up to speed. Dallas is outside. Best friend husband comes out. Hey, bro, you need to leave. I don't know what you got going on. He like, shit, man, I'm trying to come up in there, man. What's that music y'all got going on in there, man? I'm trying to hop on the good foot, baby. You say there's some ladies in there. I'm trying to get me some fresh first day out coochie. Homeboy say, nah, bit, bro. Now, bit, bro. You can't come in. He said, oh, Ava's in there. Okay. You done switch sides, nigga. I see where you at with it. She done got to you too. Fuck you. He said, nigga, take your ass home or let me take you home. He say, fuck you, nigga. I got it. So, from there, Ava and the Benji nigga go back to her crib. You know what I'm saying? She ready to, once again, she don't want to let the nigga lead. He like, nah, I'm gonna lead you to it. I'm gonna lead you to it, baby girl. Okay? Cause if you come down, you come down this pipeline, I don't know if you're gonna be able to stop the flow. She like, hey, we could cross that bridge, but it's gonna be strictly that. I hope you're not expecting a relationship, cause freshly divorced, I need some healing. You can say, hey, I'm not just gonna sleep over here. So if you trying to cross that bridge, it's gonna be London Bridge, baby. And sure enough, they flooded the bridge. they consummated the bridge. Okay. So they have a great time. They do what they do. They end up sleeping in her bed. She's hopping out of bed, getting ready for work, about to tiptoe out the house. And what do you know? Dallas is sitting in her motherfucking kitchen eating cereal, chewing hard than a bitch. Chewing hard than a bitch with this look that he done had on his face the entire movie. This face right here. Got my nigga looking like goddamn Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Game of Death the entire movie. This motherfucker got the nerve to come out his face and say, baby, I'm coming back. Baby, come back. You can blame it on me. Like, no, nigga. Talking about some, look, it's all good, baby. I know you too well. I know you want Big Daddy to come back up in the sack, okay? I'm willing to give you another shot, Ava. You willing to give her another shot? You asked for the divorce. She don't want you no more. So he like, all right, cool. She says, let me apologize. You know, you got to meet the new me. The old me, I gave up all this shit for you. Compromised myself, my wishes, my better judgment, my best years. Today, I ain't got no fucks to give. Get the fuck out my house, nagga. He say, shit, I don't know what you talking about. I'm finna get my shit outside, but first let me take a shower in my house. Mind you, Benji still sleep upstairs. Take his ass upstairs. They get into it. He snatched Benji out the bed. They rumbling. Rumbling and shit. Benji end up slanging this nigga ass into a dresser. First thing this nigga want to do is act like the fight is over. You ain't disarmed this man that well. Thomas, Eve, are you all right? Nigga, finish the job first. Get his ass. So they continue a little scuffle, a little skirmish. You know what I'm saying? They do a little 1-2. He end up putting his ass in one of them good old sleeper holes. Put his ass to sleep. Oh man, as he goes and starts counting sheep, Ava say, "Nah, fuck this. I told your ass to get the fuck out my house, nigga." She start dragging his ass down the stairs, stronger than a motherfucker. Hauling his ass down the stairs, nigga, down the stairs and shit. This shit is it's crazy as hell. But the film is so bad, you cannot turn your head. You don't want to miss nothing because it's that bad. She dragged his ass all the way down and finally get him outside. Tell myself, can you help? Shit, I didn't think you needed no help. You got his ass all the way down the stairs, off the porch, everything. I didn't think you needed me. Homeboy put his ass in that car. She slammed that motherfucking door so hard, the goddamn window cracked. But he a bitch ass nigga, so he ain't giving up. He got the Drake effect going on. So he done took multiple ass whoopings already in this movie and don't give up easy. So he want to go kill the nigga livestock. Try to show back up at work. All this other shit, man. This nigga got there. So we gonna speed up some of this shit, man. This nigga eventually put hands on her mama. He ain't punch her or nothing, but he yank her up and shit. Gets the dad all riled up. He got down loading up all his shit. He done gave her every shotgun in his collection to arm up her house. He on the way to the nigga family house. Ain't no fucking way. This man probably 60-something years old showing up solo dolo ocho to a house filled with old, crazy, grown niggas. That was your first mistake. Then you show up, you say, where the fuck is your son at? That nigga pop up out of nowhere from behind the tree. I'm like, how long that nigga been sitting behind that tree, my nigga? The fuck was he doing behind that tree? Was he tree hugging? Was he taking a piss? Like, why? Shit, what? I ain't see you over there. So father threatens, hey, blah, I'll pop your ass. When you took that shot at the ground, Pops, you should have took that shot at his chest, his leg. Could have blew his motherfucking brains out. Should have did something. Because now you're bluffing. You know, Andre 3000 told you don't pull the thing out unless you plan to bang. Now this nigga getting jumped by him and his brothers. Psh, come the fuck on, bro. So now, mama done got hemmed up. Benji livestock done got killed. Pops done got his ass popped in the back of the leg. Beat the fuck down with a baseball bat, Louisville Slugger. It's like, the way I'm telling this shit is exactly how this shit happened. Like, it's no rhyme or reason. It's just event after event after event after event. Like, the shit is crazy to me. Oh, man. Stupid ass friends. I done skipped the stupid ass friends. Stupid ass friends want to have a double date at the house with Benji. They done replaced Dallas ass with Benji. Everything peachy keen. Come the fuck on, man. Shit crazy, bruh. They rushing back to wherever the fuck they was going. I don't know if they going to Tuscaloosa, Tuskegee. I don't know where the hell they going. You know what I'm saying? They rushing trying to come to the aid of the pops. So then, and again, we're skipping around a little bit because I don't want to be here for 2 hours telling the story. So we get to this point. Now, Benji's driving around town trying to find Ava. Ava done took off in his truck. She goddamn set homeboy up. Oh yeah, I'm on my way back to the house to go make love to Benji. His shit hit way better than yours. He know how to hit that angle, that poo. Your ass was your ass was gassing out. He got me tapping out. Get this nigga all mad and shit. Done sent him a photo of them out hanging. So he like, you know what? I'm on my way. I'm finna light your ass. I'm gonna show you how much I ain't shit. I'm on the way. So he already done got it in his mind. He finna go 0 dark 30. He finna let the shit fly. Right? They meet up. Benji calls her. She lets her know, hey, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I ran off with your shit, but I'm good. Leave me the fuck alone for a little bit. Goddamn Dallas ass pop up in the crib. Oh, I thought you said he was upstairs. No, nigga, she's lining you up, sir. She lining your ass up. Somebody that line up right there. No, sir, that's not the lineup we talking about. She lining your ass up. She should have did that shit 10 years ago, but whatever. So, at this point, she's antagonizing the nigga. She just berating him at this point. He start putting his hands on her, smacking her up, tossing her around the kitchen, all this shit. Thinking he real strong and thinking he the big nigga. Nope. He toss up a little bit. She get to that right spot. She pull out that motherfucking shotgun. She say, nigga, don't push me. I will do it. Nigga, you done put your hands on my mama. You done killed my new nigga livestock. That's money down the drain. You don't understand how much money them motherfucking animals is worth, bitch? You fucking up the money from the new nigga? Are you serious? When we still don't know what it is you did? You allegedly got served a restraining order at your job that we still don't know where you work at, Tommy? And you want to fuck up the money from the new nigga? Oh no, you got to go. Oh man, you done got a daddy popped in the leg, got his ass jumped. All bets are off, sir. She popped his ass right there in the goddamn intersection between the living room and the kitchen. Good night. Killed this dumb ass. Oh man. Her father does survive. We're happy about that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, her dad, and I guess the nigga died in the same hospital. So as they're leaving, Will and the father out, the Dallas mama and brothers is in the same hospital. Tell myself, you killed my son, bitch. It ain't over. She said, you better hope it's over for your sake. You come around here, you gonna meet your motherfucking son in the dirt. You understand me? So, yeah, man. On a scale of 1 to 10 on this particular movie, I give it a 3. I ain't gonna give it a 0. I saw some niggas on Rotten Tomatoes giving that motherfucker a settle. A settle. It's a 3. It's entertaining as shit, but it's garbage. It's the story is lacking. The acting is lacking. Shout out to Megan Good. I mean, Corey, he did a great job of making you hate this nigga. I give you that much. The friend, Rona, I guess her name is, the best friend, she was doing a good job of acting too. She, between Megan and her, they definitely kept captivating some of the scenes. But man, Not a good film. And I see some people out there defending it. It's not that bad. If you really want to, if you understand cinema, this is nothing but glorified Lifetime TV shit. We understand that that's what Tyler Perry does because he likes to write, direct, and produce his own shit with minimal input from actual seasoned professionals that can help him build his empire. At some point, it's going to be time to get some extra people on board. It's just the way it is. And for the Tyler Perry loyalists out there, it may hurt to hear the truth coming from people, but you're not finna change nobody's opinion. You can love this shit down. The niggas that don't is the niggas that don't. So if anybody want to argue me down about my opinion on this shit, have at it. But you're not going to get anywhere with me. I've dealt enough with this on my music takes. You're not going to change my idea on this motherfucking film. For shizzle. Okay? Now, that's what I got for y'all on this. The movie's terrible. It's a 3, but it's entertaining. I'll give it that much. It's good. It's good, passing the time type of content. You got an extra 2 hours to your day. You're on a flight or some shit and you just want to see some wild shit take place. Cut it on. By all means. But if you want to watch something that's actually, concise, actual good filmmaking, storytelling, something that's going to stimulate your mind beyond just surface level antics, this ain't going to be the film for you. Okay? Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to start doing more of these reviews. I don't get a lot of time to watch movies like that these days. So when I do, I think I'm going to start talking to y'all about some of these things because, again, I don't get a great deal of time to dedicate towards it. But when I do, I think it might be good to just come and talk to y'all about it over here on the channel. All right? I'll catch y'all later. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, so straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross some out, came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.